And if you have any questions for the good doctor based off of this, I'm sure he'll be happy to answer. It's almost a I almost hate that it's only an hour long because everybody comes up with so many good questions, and we'll be looking forward to spending that hour with him. And yes, send in your questions, get the most out of this. The good doctor is your trading psychologist is Brett Steenbarger. So it's going to be fantastic.
Okay, stay tuned. You'll see what those topics are. About an hour and a half. Only thing really moving right now is gold still cooking to the
I
upside.
know.
Lisa's in a trade. We are hanging out for micros for right now. Perhaps looking to add to a winner to the upside. Did see some size on the Nasdaq ladder. 415s came in about 400 times. What was that 800 lot, Dakota? Or
the 800 lot came in at 395, and then there's 400 sitting above, like 419.
I'm chilling. Still haven't seen any of the speakers. Nothing. Just chilling right now. Hey, Jack, 4.5%. That's this new sticky spot. That is the new normal on, like you said,
Seems to be.
10-year.
We're ever so slightly below it. We've come back a little bit. We reached as high as 5.25, it looks like, and then kind of retreated to 4.5. Yeah. Stocks aren't noticing, so
they're not sure.
All good.
Good indeed.
So I don't trade the Nasdaq, but I do watch the Nasdaq, and I have Nasdaq Bookmap pulled up on this side, and I have ES Bookmap over here, and I'm noticing on the Nasdaq that the central pivot for Nasdaq is 21,391.33, and the S3 level is 21,398.20. And it's the candles are forming like right on top of those two levels right now. They're kind of stacked the same way they are on ES, the central pivot in S3. So that is something that I watch. It kind of adds a little bit of confluence, especially if Bookmap is trying to go up and catch those orders at 420 and 430. Again, I don't trade the Nasdaq. I can't. I won't. But I do watch it, and I admire y'all for trading it because I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to trade Nasdaq.
I'm with you. Psychotic.
Yeah, I mean, yep. Look at this. Just
Total
gold.
aneurysm territory.
Anything moving right now. 21,390. Last trade, Nasdaq 59.57. Last trade in the ES, crude $61.60. Gold only thing moving. Shout out to Cannon about 17 minutes ago, up about $40 or so, making highs of 32.84. 32.84.
Oh, I have a question for you. And I have passed the Series 3. I will take that and put it on my tombstone. But Hogue, is there a process? Can the CME change contract specs once the contract's made? I'm asking because we were talking about the Nasdaq, and part of the reason that it is flipping out so hard or so weird to trade is that it's still trading in incredibly small increments, and the price of it now is, it's over 20,000 or whatever. The Dow doesn't trade in quarter ticks or whatever else. Could they change the Nasdaq to make it like the tick increment was a point? Like, what happens when it gets to 50,000 in July?
Yes, they can change it. As a matter of fact, the big S&P, the nominal value of it was cut in half at one point. So, as price continued to push higher, the ranges kept getting bigger. So what they did was they cut the contract in half. They cut the number of tick size of ticks from 20 per handle to 10 per handle. So they were still $25 ticks, but they did, they can change the product. They can change the contract according to what is necessary for the marketplace. A lot of folks thought, well, if they're just going to have the nominal value of the S&Ps, that's just going to create more opportunities for them to collect commissions, right? But it was more than that. The price had gotten to a point where the ranges were so big and it became so expensive to trade that they can change the contract size according to what the marketplace is asking for. 100%, Jack. It's a great question.
I think Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen with the Nasdaq, Karen. If it does get up to, like you said, Jack, up to like 50,000, man, that'd be a heart attack watching that on the 100 tick if it's still trading in quarters.
It already
Well,
is. It's just
keep in mind, I
annoying.
mean, the Nasdaq is a fifth of the big size of the big contract. So in essence, they've already changed the contract size.
We might come up and get that 400 contracts. It's sitting at 419. We got up to 413, and I'm watching it closely.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Got, again, 400 lot offered at 21,419. Nasdaq, big size. Starting to see that come on in. Ooh, order fill. I believe that's Lisa. Lisa, can you update your position, please?
Yeah, I've got 8 micros, average 63.19 right now. I'm leaving my stop where it is. Worst case scenario, liquidity grab comes back, stops me out for $637.50. But I'm feeling more comfortable in this trade now. And if we break up above the VWAP and we break up into that 59.67 area I mentioned earlier, I really do think we could have some continuation back up towards the north side. So yeah, but I'll top out at 10 contracts. So, but yeah, that's where I am right now.
Okay, we'll say keep you locked in long 8 micro ES 59.
There's another 400, Andre, that came in at 429 now too. So
wow, they're stacking it to the upside. Let's go get those filled.
it got filled.
Yeah,
it just got filled.
I'm full size now. I've got 10 micros.
Stay right here.
63.25.
63.25. Awesome. Let's stay right here. Let's see last trade. 64. 65's now trade. We got that 400 line in the Nasdaq pushing higher here. 21,429, Dakota. We're seeing some size on the ladder in the Nasdaq. The markets have woken up. Someone hit the buy button in the ES, Nasdaq as well. Chat seeing those 400 lots. Great job. We're all calling out, looking for those orders. Size to the upside. All have been getting filled as well. Is the caveman trade back on? Ooh, we'll see.
Oh.
63 quarters. Lisa Long, 10 micro ES, 59.63 quarter. 63 quarter.
So I had mentioned earlier that I do these trend lines on the 5-minute. That trend line is really it's getting a lot steeper now. So I'm gonna draw another trend line. I know y'all can't see my Ninja Trader. I've gotten used to drawing them. I could put it on here, but you can see I've got a lot of lines on my chart. I know it's messy, but I can just, all of these lines make sense to me. They all mean something. So I've got the top trend line drawn from I mentioned earlier from the 820 candle wick, the top of that, and I have that drawn down over those wicks, and we're kind of pushing up through that top trend line now. We're touching the 50 on the 5-minute right now, and it looks like we might be trying to push through that. So that's going to give me more confidence in this trade if we can keep pushing that. That 5-minute green candle looks really healthy. There's the wick is just wicking right off of that trend line that I had mentioned. So this is something that I use to monitor my active positions. And it's just so far it's making me comfortable, even though I'm not super in profit. I still feel comfortable in this trade.
Excellent.
Like that. See if we can keep pushing higher here. Gold is not done. Gold 32.88. New highs there. Coming against overnight VWAP in the ES. Lisa was saying, look at the Nasdaq 21,415 last trade. We got those 400 lots just chilling up there. 429 offered 400 times. JD, while we let this trade cook, let him manage this trade. JD, come on in. P&Ls, payouts. Yesterday was a tricky day, man. I want to see how our traders did because it was not the easiest of trades yesterday. Come on in, JD. Happy Tuesday, my man.
Happy Tuesday to you. Yeah, it was a tricky day, but we had a couple of traders that put up some impressive numbers. Mark, Matthew, and Bradley all trading the Nasdaq yesterday. 18,264 for Mark, 9,935 for Matthew. Matthew, number 22 on the big board, 8,430 for Bradley. And we have SEMA trading the Dow yesterday, $7,051 worth of Dow. And Paul B trading the NQ and the ES with $4,200 out of the Nasdaq and another $2,056 out of the S&P. Total of $6,256 for Paul. Decent numbers on a tricky day. Here are some more decent numbers. Payouts from yesterday. Jesse H, $42,763. Johnny D, $13,500. Saad, $11,674. Eduardo, $11,200. And Zaira, $10,850. Decent payout numbers for a Monday. That's a great way to start the week right there, folks. Live traders lining their pockets with money from the live markets. Pro ball traders right here. There you have it.
Thank you very much, John D.
You are welcome, Jack B.
Dakota just disappeared into green mist,
The ether.
like a Spinal Tap or something right there. But he'll be
The
back.
ether. We'll be back. Only thing really moving right now. Gold. Everything just chilling. Coming into the bottom of the hour in about 5 minutes.
As Duncan points out, it will be an extremely tight initial balance if we don't extend this range in the ES in the next 5 minutes.
Is it ever?
Yes, it will, Jack. Lisa, can I ask where your order that shall not be named is placed?
What's that?
The CYA, the stop.
I have it down right below the last wick, so that there was a wick at 851 that came down to about 50.50. Then there was a wick at 910 that came down to 53. So I've got my stop right below that 53 wick at 52.
Understood.
Oh, that's good. Well, it didn't get to
Thank
50.
you.
I can tell you exactly where it got to. It got to 59, 53 quarters.
To the tick.
To the tick.
Oh man, oh man.
Unbelievable stuff.
Yep. Looking for any kind of movement. Coda, like this patience, this presence. This is our process over profits. Process right now is
just that gold trade.
Only got away.
The one that got away.
All right.
But I think this Nasdaq could go up and fill that 400 contracts at 29.
I'm watching gold too. I've got, again, Camaria pivots. I have them on everything. And I'm noticing that the gold, it popped up above the R6 level, which was 32.76.32. And the floor 3 is 32.97.50. So I'm interested to watch gold and see if it can continue or if it's going to start to turn back around here. I don't trade gold, but I watch it. Same as oil. I watch it. Yeah, it looks like there's a doji forming on the 5-minute for gold. I don't know.
We can tell it's 50-50 on the tilt. Nothing really jumping off there. Again, we got 400 offer at 21,000. 429. 20 points away to the upside.
Nothing in this market.
Nothing really cooking right now. Patience. Lisa, what's your typical hold time on a trade when you go full size on something like this? Obviously, the market's, trade's definitely valid. What would you say your typical hold time is on a trade?
I hold. I'll hold it. If this continues, if we break to the upside and we have continuation, I'll just hold it and I'll just keep moving my stop up to a point where, if it comes back and gets me, like something like this candle that's happening right there. I don't like this candle, but if it stays up above that wick, that 52 wick, then, I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to watch it. And to be really honest on this trade right here,